Morning, everybody. It is Saturday, the 19th of February. Let's see, it's a beautiful day outside. They're talking about it cooling off considerably tomorrow and possibly rain by Tuesday. Had my plumbers here yesterday and we put in some new parts to the downspouts where all of my water leakage was coming from. And on Monday, I've got the heavy duty crew coming with the giant claw to ream out all of the pipes that probably have tree roots and other crap over all these decades of growing into them. So that's the project. And then on Tuesday morning, I take my truck in and get a new door and body work done around it finally. Get that done so I can roll the window down again on that side because the door was crushed so badly that the window goes down a couple inches and then stops. And apparently this girl maybe still has intentions of going to small claims court now, saying that this was now my fault that the side of my truck ran into the front of her car. Life goes on. Life goes on. But I figured the hell with all that. Let's just have some music. I've got a sheet full of copious notes here. I checked out this album many videos ago, did one song off of it. I played along with it. But there's so many good songs on this, and he's such a good writer that I wanted to revisit some of the other stuff we did on this album with Stephen Bishop. I've known Stephen forever, and he's a most talented and gifted songwriter and artist, and it's always a joy to work with him. This album was called Be Here Then, and we cut this back in 2014. It was an interesting project from the standpoint. There were a lot of people involved in this. In the production side of it, Robin DiMaggio, Vivek Mandala, and Mark Goldenberg were all producers on various tracks on this. It was engineered by the great Ed Cherney, Mike Pennell, Julian Chan, and Eric Greedy. So there's a lot of different fingers in the pot. On this, the band on this is myself on bass, Robin DiMaggio on drums, Brad Cole from Phil Collins's band, David Paich from Toto, on keyboards on it, Brian Ray, Derek Frank, and Mark Goldenberg on guitar, the great Lenny Castro on percussion, and Stephen Bishop on acoustic guitar. And Stephen is the vocalist on this. And then Jay Gore, Dan Rothschild, Julian Chan, Monet Owen, and Leslie Smith are the background vocalists on this. Stephen, one of his biggest hits was On and On, which had huge airplay. It Might Be You was another one of his big hits, and Save It for a Rainy Day. He wrote Separate Lives, which Phil Collins and Marilyn Martin recorded for White Nights. And we play it with Phil. We would play that song every night, and Phil would immediately tell the crowd that it was written by Stephen Bishop, and he wished he had written it because he loved the song. Stevens had music and songs. He's contributed to movies such as The China Syndrome, Roadie, Summer Lovers, Unfaithfully Yours, Mickey and Maude, The Money Pit, The Boy Who Could Fly, All I Want for Christmas, White Nights, Tootsie, Animal House. It goes on and on. It's an extensive discography for this gentleman. His big break, it was interesting though, it said his big break came when Leah Kunkel, who was Russ Kunkel's first wife and the mother of Nathaniel Kunkel, who has grown up to be an incredibly great engineer-producer. And we've worked with Nate so many times, but I've known him since he was born, which blows my mind. But his big break was when Leah gave Art Garfunkel one of Stephen's demos, because Leah and Stephen were friends, but Leah also worked with Art. And so these things go on and on. I mean, I did Leah's album. I've done several albums with Art Garfunkel. This stuff gets so convoluted and tied up. But it's interesting to me how like somebody will have a hit, and everybody goes, oh man, overnight, success, go, no, you have no idea how hard they worked to get that one opportunity. And sometimes it's 20 years in the making, like actors that suddenly end up in a hit movie and everybody goes, oh man, they're so lucky. You go, no, it's not luck. They've worked hard at it. And if you suddenly watch that's one of the things I always love when you see like Twilight Zone marathons and things like that. And you see all of a sudden there's Robert Redford in it and all these actors that became huge stars, but they had to start somewhere, and a lot of them were in these shows like Twilight Zone and Playhouse 90 and so many of the early television shows. And it's the same with the recording artists. Sorry, I was doing a ton of yard work and I was working in a lot of dust, and man, it just all night I've been just hacking away from this. I should have put a mask on for that instead of wearing a mask for everything else. Maybe today I'll know better. But so that really launched it. And if you're and one of the things I still encourage, if you're at all curious about these people that I present, go look them up. Because the Wikipedia and some of the stuff online is far more extensive. I'm not going to sit here and read 20 minutes worth of information for you. I'd rather just play the music and let you go on your own little voyage of this. It's this new computer, so sensitive. You just kind of look at it and it wants to please you. But there's a lot of real interesting things, and some of the things maybe, for people that are aspiring in the music business, to read about these people, and it might help guide your journey a little bit there too. So check it out. So here's a song called Loveless. So this is from the album Be There Then from 2014, and this is Stephen Bishop. So here we go. Nice way to kick into the weekend sensitively.
A sad little Valentine girl who lives in a Valentine world is waiting to board the train with the loveless, counting the days of her past. She's been hoping for someone who'd last, patiently standing in line with the loveless. Still she wonders when love will find her. Still she wonders, yes she wonders, how long can she wait? Making her way through the crowd while everyone's talking out loud. She's silently walking away with the loveless. Still she wonders when love will find her. Still she wonders, yes she wonders, how long can she wait? Looking for places to go, somewhere that nobody knows, until she finds someone to love. loveless. Still she wonders, still she wonders when love will find her. Still she wonders, yes she wonders, how long can she wait? How long can she wait?
He's such a beautiful storyteller. I just love the timbre of his voice. He's always had just one of those really appealing demeanors in his music. Here's one called Promise Me the World. Here we go, Stephen Bishop.
Tattered sky, leaves on stone, candle at her feet, and a heart of clay when the flesh is weak. She became a pawn to sorrow, a child without a name, for another love, for another fool to blame. So they give in to rise of love, fingers on her skin. They give her anything she wants, but she says, promise me the world, but give me nothing at all. Promise me the world, but give me nothing at all. Once before, she loved a young man who betrayed her with a kiss. He took her down where lovers drown. Now all she wants is everything, everything you got. You think it's love, but it's not. Stand tall like the rest who loved her, paid for tenderness. She'll hurt you to survive, but she says, promise me the world, but give me nothing at all. Promise me the world, but give me nothing at all. Nothing.
So it's like a little Coldplay in it. There's a whole bunch of it. I love that vibe. I love that kind of energy on the track. Oops, let's see. Hold on one second. Let me see what's. Oh, here we go. Here's one last song. And so it's called Make It Last. So let's make it last. Okay, here we go. This is Make It Last.
Starts to tremble and you feel a little weak. Darling, what you feel, I feel too. Can't make it through my day without thinking of you. Some people walk away, never to be together. Love is here and gone so fast, so let's make it last. Let's make it last. Now, do you want someone who tells the truth? A stand-up kind of fella who'll stand up for you. Have you wasted your time on liars and fools who hold you all through the night while they're thinking of someone new? I know you've heard it all before, but I promise my love for a lifetime. Love is here and gone so fast, so let's make it last. Make it last. Let's make it last. Baby, they say love waits for no one, but I'll stay every hour of every day when no hearts will be broken, and I'll give my love to you. You know it's only a matter of time, and if we just hang on to each other, you'll see how good it can be for you and me. So darling, all that I ask, let's make it last. 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 Listen to me. Make it last. Make it last. Make it last. Let's make it last. Make it last. Make it last. Make it
It's just great songs. It's really easy to see why he gets songs covered by other singers that really to appreciate what he's got going on there. So that's Stephen Bishop, Be Here Then, from 2014. But lots of good songs on that. So if you want, check out that album. It's really good. I'm going to get running now. Now, somebody wrote in yesterday and they said, they love this channel, but they're so sick of how I end every video talking about, what's going on in this world and calling out help, thanking healthcare workers and stuff and telling people they need to get, vaccinated and stuff. So I'm not going to stop doing that until this is completely under control and our world is a safer place to live in. And I have so many people that write in and support. So what I'm going to do is I've just finished the musical part of the video. If you don't want to hear the rest of it, now you can just go on and do whatever you're going to do and have a nice day. I don't fault you for it. It's everybody's prerogative to feel and do what they think is important for them. So we'll go click here. And now I'm just going to say thank you so much to all of the people, especially in healthcare, who are working so hard every single day. They're not getting a weekend like the rest of us are. They are in the hospitals trying to save lives. And things are getting better, but there are still a lot of people sick and a lot of people dying. The numbers may not be as catastrophic as they once were, but one death is too much in its own way. Having lost one of a very dear friend and gifted musician this week to COVID, it's still really close to home. This is not by any means behind us. So I implore you at this point, the only reason that things are getting better is because people are taking care of business and getting out and getting vaccinated, getting boosted. When in the proper situation, they'll mask up because the shots aren't going to stop you from getting COVID, but they are going to certainly lessen the results of getting it, from catastrophic ventilator time to maybe feeling like you got the flu for a couple of days and then back to your normal routine. But it's become really a cause to me. I'm seeing so much craziness going on in this world over this, and I just think it's imperative that we do all we can to get it behind us. So my thanks go out to especially, in so many fields people are dealing with this, but healthcare especially, because when this all began, they were very altruistic and there was no vaccines or anything, and they were doing everything they could to save lives. But now so many of the people they're dealing with don't have to be in the hospital, but they've chosen not to get vaccinated and not to be, they don't want to wear masks. They don't want to do anything. It's all imposition on their rights. And then they finally end up in a catastrophic situation and dying in the hospital. So the people that are working in the hospitals now, it's a different scene for them. They're taking care of people that shouldn't be there. So thank you all so much. So that's it. But I'll give you a warning, ahead of time, like, a disclaimer at the end of each video and then at some point, I'm praying to God that I'll finish a video and go, cool, everybody, take care. I'm out of here, bye, and be done and not have to talk about this anymore. But we're far from over with this. Things are opening up and stuff, and in some places that can be a real dangerous thing because there's still other variants looming around the corner and stuff, and if people haven't really taken care of themselves, they're going to be the blue plate special for that virus. So, okie doke, I'm going to get going. Have a fabulous weekend. I got lots of stuff I'm going to do around the house today, and got some projects that I'm working on. I got a lot of memorization to do, so I'm going to start getting to work on that. And I will be back tomorrow. So take care. I will see you then. Bye-bye.